You're watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
This segment sponsored by Carlson Financial.
Starting a college fund for your kids or just giving them a financial jumpstart in life might lead you to something called a custodial account. Carl Carlson, CEO and founder of Carlson Financial, is here to walk us through everything you need to know. What exactly is a custodial account? I don't think I've heard the term.
It sounds mean. I'm going to be your custodian. Yes, exactly. Listen to me, I'm your custodian. So it's not as mean as it sounds. It's just that you're going to manage your child's money until they turn either 18 or 21, depending on the state. But then at that point, it's theirs. And you can't stop that. Okay, so you can't say, I'm not going to give you that money if you don't fall in line. When they turn 18, boom, it's theirs. And but before they're 18, as a custodian, you're managing that money for them. So, you know, they may not know whether to buy Amazon or Microsoft stock when they're 3.
True. Right. Or maybe they do. Some kids are smarter than us right now. Is this something then that only parents can start and manage?
No, grandparents can do it. Friends can put money in.
They can be the ones managing. Anyone can contribute to it. Does the parent have to be the manager, or so anyone can manage and start one of these accounts for anyone they want?
Yeah. But then at 18, you know, it's going to roll over to that person.
But it could be a good way if you want to, you know, give gifts to a child or a niece or a nephew or grandchild over the years, but not give it directly to them. You want a way to kind of, rather than savings bonds. My mom used to give everybody a savings bond.
Yeah, because they might just then go run and spend it if you put $100 in their savings account. Ooh, gone.
But what are the options?
So they're called, there's 2 different ones. So they're either an UGMA or an UTMA, so Uniform Gift to Minors Act, UGMA, commonly referred to as an UGMA, and then Uniform Transfer to Minors Act, commonly referred to as an UTMA. Now, the uniform gift is where you're just gifting them some money, maybe you're putting stocks in there. That you have to switch to the Uniform Transfer to Minors Act if you're wanting to put things in there like real estate or racehorses or something like that. So, and you don't actually put it in there, but you know.
You don't actually put a horse in the bank and let him store the horse for a while. No, we're not going to do that. What about how do taxes work on these accounts? For us as the contributor, but also for the recipient?
Yeah, it's good because usually it's going to be taxed in the child's tax bracket, which is typically going to be much lower than the person that's putting the money in there for them. Now, that's not always the case, so you need to check with your CPA. There's these little kiddie tax things that happen, but generally you can do that. Also, if you're just putting stocks in there and you don't sell the stocks when they turn 18, if they sell the stocks and they don't have any other income, then there's no tax on up to 40 grand of it because of there's what's called capital gains tax brackets, and up to about 40,000, 45,000, the tax bracket is 0%. So you actually are paying a tax, but it's 0%. So
there's some tax things to consider there. You mentioned that once the child turns 18, they can do whatever they want with the money. What if we want to have a little bit more control over what the money goes to, is there something else besides these custodial accounts? The 529s maybe, or what's the difference between this and the 529?
Then you're more limited to how that child can use the money.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What if I don't trust
Which could be good, yeah.
So a 529 could be another option, but it's different because of the limitations.
Only.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
and there's not as many options to invest in a 529 as there would be an UGMA or an UTMA.
Okay. All things to consider and can be part of an overall plan. Carl, appreciate you filling us in. We have your forecast coming your way next.